dear brothers and sisters in the Dharma. Welcome all of you. Today is a special occasion that, by the great effort of from our brother Andy Gao and his strong team, so we are able to get here. And we just finished a very wonderful sushi food. Now we are going to experience a very special Buddhist tradition in China. That is, called tea meditation. But usually when we have the tea meditation, we are going to have the tea very silently and do all the motions very mindfully. But today, because of the time limit, and also because we have so many guests, so we cannot make the tea meditation in a very unique way. Today we create a new form. It's called dynamic tea meditation. Yeah. So we are going to have the 5 friends, Dharma friends, to be with us and have the performance. And number 1 is we are going to invite Sunim from Korea, Venerable Master Zongmei. You're from Korea, original. Is that right? But now he stayed in the United States more than 40 years, maybe 45, 46, 40. Yeah. So we are going to invite him to have the Heart Sutra with the wooden wish, and very special chanting, and all the chanting that he's using is all from the belly, strong belly, and it's connected to the universe. And the second one that we are going to invite Venerable monk from mainland China. They study at the University of the West, and a very good traditional instrument, music instrument, and with a very special poem. It's called In the Wintertime, at the very late evening, and the guests come in, unexpected. And then we enjoy the tea together. So imagine now it's cold winter, it's not summer here. And then we are going to have the tea together. And then next we are going to invite our friend, Yang Chen Namo. He was born in Tibet, but came to the United States for many years, and he has been traveling around the world. He sings the Buddhist songs in Tibetan, more than 97 countries. You cannot imagine. Yeah. And he also had get a very great award from Australia. So we are honored to invite him from New York City. Yeah. And then next that we are very happy and expected that our sister, how do you call? I know. Your name?
My name is Manju Ich.
Manju Ichi. Yeah, Manju Sri, me.
Yeah.
She just came here, this morning, and I just get to know that she is a Mongolian, and she created one special song. The lyric is from Master singing. It's wonderful. How to get enlightenment. So that's our purpose to be here, right? So then I invite him to come to join with us, and he's going to sing the song, and maybe we can invite our president of the university to read out, the content. Maybe you can do some translation. Anyway, and then the next that we are going to have another song from Venerable monk, from China. Oh yeah, and then finally that we are going to invite the Venerable Dhammapiya from India. He is following the Theravada tradition, and it's a great pleasure that we could invite him to come here. But after how many hours on flight? 24 hours. Yeah, and stop by Seoul. Delhi, Seoul, and then Los Angeles. And I recently that I just have the great opportunity to read some thoughts that he wrote every day. And I would question that, please share with us your thought. Yeah, it is amazing. To me, it's your thought is just like a Tagore. Yeah. So anyway, we will enjoy together. Okay. So now we start, and the first one is verbal Zhongmei Stream, and then every part will start from inviting the bell 3 times, and when you hear the bell, please breathe in and breathe out mindfully, and that is the main practice we are going to do here today. Thank you. Julia is from Russia. one more song, one more chanting. Great compassion. Please, please.
No,
It's a blessing.
only last part, okay? Last
Okay,
part.
okay, last part, thank you. 大悲咒。
Seems like it's some kind of entertainment, so it's not a very holistic place.
When you hear the bell, please. When you hear the bell, please breathe deeply 3 times. Smile and relax. Smile and relax.
Please read the English. English poem. 你先。
We would like to recite a poem by the name of Winter Night to share with all of you. When a friend is here at a winter night, tea becomes so much better than wine. The bursting wood fire from the bamboo stove brings the soup to boil. Although it's the usual window view of the moon, and yet widow's plum blossoms are giving us a wonderful moment. Thank you.
寒夜客来茶剩酒，竹炉汤沸火初红。寻常一样窗前月，才有梅花变不同。才有梅花变不同。
一个茶剩酒，竹炉汤沸火初红。寻常一人窗前月，才有梅花变红头，才有梅花变红头。
英文再一次。
When a friend is here at a winter night, tea becomes so much better than wine. The bursting red fire from the bamboo stove brings the soup to boil. Although it's the usual window view of the moon, and yet widow's plum blossoms are giving us a wonderful moment.
寒一口来，茶当酒，竹炉汤沸火红。寻常一人窗前月，才有梅花变红头，才有梅花变红头。
One more song, please.
One more song. Thank you.
I think this is such special day for we all believe a Buddhahood, and I would like to really use our voice, the body, the mind, the speech, in being in this moment. Could you use your voice? Sing Om. Om. Please, can you sing a little bit louder, please? You know, when you sing this song, you doesn't become Buddhist, monks, nuns. To become good one, we need to have lots of effort. We like easy one. So, please, we leave all our attachments. We try this moment, just for a few seconds, and think other living beings, and we use our voice. Can we do that?
Yes.
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 Since you're all serious. Okay. Please continue, so I will sing the 6 syllables on the top. Yeah.
Now, please enjoy tea. Before you drink, please smell it first and make a very mindful contact between your nose, your tongue, and the tea.
茶禅一味，花好月圆。
The Zen of Tea ceremony, while grazing the flower and the moon.
Our today's gathering, we focus on one subject, and the subject is, according to the written by Master Xing, it shows here. 那个可以绣在黑板上一下吗？你现在能不能投影？茶禅意味这个字。Buddhism has been spreading to many countries, especially in Asia, many countries. But in China, the Chinese Buddhists create a new form of practicing the samadhi. So it's called the tea meditation. Or today we are practicing so-called dynamic tea samadhi. And I think Master Xing Yu's poem is very, very inspiring for our today's gathering. So I'm requesting President of the West, the University of the West, that Otto Zhang, Professor, to not only to read out in Chinese, but also he will do the interpretation into English. The title of this poem is called Enlightenment.
Wu 幽兰藏于深谷，珍珠藏于海底，宝藏藏于琢磨，钢铁藏于锤炼，大气藏于晚成。显达常于谦卑，圣贤常于陋巷，大智常于大愚。用宽容的钥匙打开偏狭的心扉，用智慧的宝剑斩断烦恼情执，用爱心的钥匙修补创伤痛楚，用欢喜的法水滋润烦恼的人生。物无常，可以改变自己；物烦恼，有如空花水月，悟生死，勇于超脱轮回，勇于超脱轮回。回到最前面。 So this is a lyric authored by Venerable Master Xing Yin, and the theme is enlightenment. The most beautiful orchid can only be found in a deep valley in a mountain. The best beautiful pearl buried themselves in the deep sea. The most colorful gems comes from repeated polishing. The best steel comes from repeated heating and reinforcement. Great talent always comes in the later stage of your life. Prominence always comes from humility and humbleness. Great sage hide themselves in the slum area. Great wisdom comes from great foolishness. The key to open the narrow-mindedness is forgiveness. The sword to cut all your suffering and afflictions is the wisdom. The medicine, the best medicine to repair a traumatic heart is love. The best water to enrich an afflicted life is the Dharma and joy. If you understand impermanence, you can change your life. If you understand suffering, they are just empty as the moon in the water. If you understand life and death, you wouldn't waste any time to be liberated and become enlightened. Go ahead. Waste no time. Liberate yourself from the sea of samsara. Grandmaster Xing Yin.
暴雨藏于琢磨，钢铁藏于锤炼，大气藏于万丈，贤达藏于谦卑，圣贤藏于楼下，大智藏于大禹，用宽容的钥匙打开天下心扉，用智慧的宝剑斩断烦恼禁止，用爱心的钥匙修补创伤痛处，用欢喜的法水滋润烦忧人生。无常可以改变自己，无烦恼要入空花水月，无生死永远超脱轮回，永远超脱轮回，永远超脱轮回。
A very good afternoon to all my esteemed brothers and sisters in Dhamma. We really had a wonderful tea meditation, and we are supposed to have also post-lunch forum where I'll be the first speaker probably, and I must to speak out my thought. When my mind is free, thought flows. Sometimes I could catch and pen down some of them. And one just I would like to read out. I was thinking a world without human being, something like that. Just imagine a planet Earth where there is no human being. A world that has abundance of trees, rivers, mountains, oceans, animals, and flowers of every kind. Do you think that there will be bloodshed and massacre in the name of religion? A world where all birds can fly and all animals move freely, where there is no fear that they will be cooked for food. Do you think that the meek and innocent animals will be sacrificed to propitiate a false god or goddess? A world where no human voice is heard. Do you think that there will be discrimination and exploitation in the name of caste, creed, race, gender, and religion? A world where only greeneries, serene and rejuvenating breeze dance all around. Do you think that there will be pollution and somebody will talk about global warming and climate change? A world where only peace and solitude prevails. Do you think that there will be bomb blasts and war against nations? A world where there is no institution to manipulate for their selfish ends, and everything goes on in order and in harmony. Do you think that there will be corruption and terrorism? Just imagine a world like the above, and if you find And if you can create one on this planet Earth we live in, come and meet me to receive your award. Thank you so much.
Andy, you have the same poem. Why don't you share?
I don't, same poem?
Almost the same.
Almost the same.
Yes.
Well, actually, time is running up, but I share that, my Chinese is, poor too, and but last time we went to Korea with Jianhui Faoshi, and every time when I go to a temple and I see Buddha, because after my vow I ran into a lot of difficulties. I'm sure when you make a vow, you all run into difficulties too. And so every time I try to tell myself that I cannot retreat from my promise. And, so when I go to see a new temple and I see new Buddha, like the face, like that, when I go to the new place, I always say, Buddha, don't let me retreat from my vow, okay? All what I need is the strength to fulfill my vow. And after all these years, then this last time I was in Korea, all of a sudden somehow I just had this Chinese, I don't even know how it came out of my head. Basically, it's just said in Chinese. And I would say in Chinese, I borrow the 武则天, every time when we have a 开经记, so 武则天 say 无上甚深微妙法. But because I was there and I look in the Korean temple, and I felt like I went there before. So I said 无上 殊胜成道缘，百千万劫难遭遇。我今千年佛足前，重宣一劫不退愿。
安利，校长来吧。校长把它翻成英文过来。
校长来，我们时间到了。
Yeah.
Okay.
Just 2 minutes, I would finish everything.
It would need. Hello. It would be thousands, millions of years before you would have this opportunity to hear the Dharma. Before the Buddha, I reconfirm my resolution to practice the Dharma and to become enlightened. Even it would have been done in years and years. Would never retreat the vows that I made.
For thousand immeasurable times.
Imaginary times, yes. I'm sorry, I'm not really familiar with the Korean version of this, so I need some help. Yeah.
你要不要带大家把4句偈念一次，然后我们就结束了？
不会。
无上甚深，无 无上殊胜成道缘，
无上殊胜成道缘，
百千万劫难遭遇，
百千万劫难遭遇。
我今千年佛足前，
我今千年佛足前，
重宣一劫不退愿。
重宣一劫不退愿。
阿弥陀佛。
Thank you very much. I think today we just experienced a new way of the so-called dynamic tea meditation or tea samadhi. And thanks for Grace and Carol and Winnie and all the from Surin, Zhongmei Surin and Bante and the sister, the president and member monk from China. 还有一位法师顿超法师哈。Okay, so thank all of you and Sister Manjushri. Okay, thank you for being here.